light should I use? That was this morning. It was raining this morning. It was horrible this morning. So we did about 50 miles in the rain. The crazy thing, it wasn't cold. So that's what made the day bearable because it was not cold. Man, I gotta delete all of these pictures from my thing. So that's a good picture to put up. Jonas Vingegaard. But before we get started, there we go. Tour de France, baby. So yesterday was a really interesting day in the time trial. You saw what happened. Tadej Pogacar did the thing. Jonas Vingegaard lost more time again yesterday, but these things happen. He is the possibly the uh, closest person that's going to be able to get anything to or get anything away from this Tour de France. He's moved to. I think he's back on the podium, so which is a good thing for him. He's back on the podium, and basically that's where Visma wanted to be, and obviously everyone is quite clearly see that Tadej Pogacar is the strongest person. Now, I just had a revelation. This is you can uh, take this however you like it, but basically the organizers of the Tour de France, their goal was to make the Tour de France as hard as possible, and in doing that, I think they were thinking that it would make it more competitive with everyone else, but now watching it unfold, you make the Tour de France as hard as possible and it benefits the strongest man in the race. So basically, all of these back to back hard days is just going to suit one person, Tadej Pogacar. So, like I was saying, like, okay, so Vingegaard is back in second place on the GC. No, that's the stage finish. I was looking at GC so yeah, he's back in second place in on GC. Remco is still in third, and Florian Lipowitz is only a matter of 6 seconds behind Evenepoel. And I think Florian Lipowitz will take that second place, and Oscar Only will move up to fourth place. And if Oscar Only can have a good day and get because he is the stronger climber, and we know this by the way he performed yesterday in the time trial. So we can see that Oscar Only, he has the goods. He just has to believe in himself. I believe he believes he can get some time on Lipowitz and Remco and move up onto the podium. And I believe that Oscar Only can finish on the podium come the Champs Elysees. And yeah, I'm gonna make this a short and quick one today. The race is currently on. Today's stage is currently on. It's 120 kilometers to go. We got 8 kilometers to the sprint point. We got 3 men off in the breakaway. That's Geraint Thomas, uh, uh, Q Pacher, and and Venture. I'm not quite familiar with those names. Sorry for mispronouncing them, but they have 30 seconds on the group, and it's 8 kilometers to the intermediate sprint, and they are going uphill. So we will see what happens today, how they are going to get on today. Scalmosa is basically being helped out by the medical. They have all these dividers in all these roundabouts everywhere, and he came out of the roundabout and he caught one of the signs. So he's bandaged up pretty good. His arm is wrapped up completely on the left. He's not doing too well. It looks like I think he'll catch the what they call the when the sprinters hit the first mountain and they form the autobus. I'm pretty sure Scamoso will catch that and just ride up with the autobus and he'll lose a lot of time. But I was saying that the tour organizers like this move that they are making to make the um, the Tour de France as hard as possible to thinking it will balance out. It like hindsight, it's always 2020, but just looking at it, it's probably the dumbest move that they could have done. Because if the race is day after day is hard as nails, the strongest man is going to benefit. So he just has to win this race, to win this particular tour. You just have to be strong. You don't have to really ride smart. You just have to be strong, and that's what Tade is doing. He's like, in the stage where the mountain stage he won was just off of strength, no real tactics. That was just strength. Just like Navarez went hard, Tade was in his wheel, and he followed, and then once he launched, he just held it to the front. That was off of pure strength. He won the time trial, the uphill mountain time trial yesterday. That was off of pure strength. And that now they're doing the Tourmalet today. They're doing the Tourmalet. There's a couple other climbs that they're doing, but and it's just non-stop. So let's have a look at the what's coming up. So today's stage 14, and where they're going to do the Tourmalet and a couple other climbs, and they're going to finish on the Lonchon Super Banyanez. I think that's how you pronounce it. Robbie McHugh was saying Super Bangers. But yeah, it's another mountaintop finish. And then the other interesting thing is the saying that Tade might end up with the only jersey he won't win because he's too old is the best young rider jersey, but he's a potential to end up at all three jerseys, even the sprinters jerseys, because there's so many mountaintop finishes, and he keeps getting these bonus points. So the only place that in the sprinters have to go for is the intermediate sprints because they have over compensated the race so much. It's so climbing heavy. It's crazy. So you don't really give the sprint. I mean, it's going to be tough for the sprinters to beat Pogacar in the green points. So and then we look on stage 15, it's another climbing day. You have a category three, then a category two climb. It's a hundred and 169 kilometers, and the last category two climb is hard. There will be no sprinters in that. So even if Tade doesn't win that stage, there's a good chance that he can, but it's more points. It's more bonus points for him to get, unless a breakaway gets away. So and it's like, and then that's stage 15. And then don't forget, after stage 15, there's a documentary shown on Discovery about the world champions being hosted uh, in Africa, in Rwanda, Kigali, Rwanda. So that should be interesting. Looking forward to that. Then on stage 16, we have another mountaintop finish. There is a bonus sprint point, depending on how many. But then there's another day for Tade to possibly win and get more points. And this is on Mont Ventoux. They're finishing on Mont Ventoux. So if Tade wins that, that's more points to the green jersey. And he's right there in the green points jersey. I'm going to just say where he is in the green points jersey in a second. Then on stage 17, you have a category. If the sprinters bonus, they climb to the sprinters bonus point, so that's going to be tough. Then they do a category four climb category. It's a possibility that the sprinters might be able to make it, but the way that these guys are racing, that looking like it might not be a sprinters finish. It's man, it's all to play for. Stage 18 is another mountaintop finish. And the only thing that the sprinters have to go for is the intermediate bonus point sprints, which might not end up being enough. So then it's Albertville to La Plonge. So Albertville is where Alpe d'Huez is, but they're not doing Alpe d'Huez. So they're finished on La Plonge, La Plaine, or I think it's La Plaine. So another mountaintop finish, another chance for the climbers to get more points, unless there's a breakaway and if Tade wins that stage as well. And it's said that he has a chance of possibly winning 8 stages, and even maybe even the final stage in Paris, because there's not a flat out sprint, because they have this massive climb to the end. So it's stage 20 starts with a category 3, category 4, then there's a category 2 climb in the middle. Another day. I mean, it's just like, you don't have many days for the sprinters. And then stage 21, the final stage, which is usually, and they got to do this brute of a climb 3 times towards the end, usually, so it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough ask for the sprinters. So let's go to the results and just like see where the green points. I guess I got to go back to today is the stage 13 after the time trial. And let's look at the green points jersey competition. So in the so in the points competition, green jersey competition, Milan is on 231, Pogacar is on 203. So let's say Pogacar wins today, Milan gets a couple of points, maybe gets up to 240 in the intermediate sprint, and Pogacar gets another 20 points. That's 223. Milan's on 230. There are at least 4 or 5 more stages for Pogacar to get like top points, to get 20 points. And that's just going to leave the sprinter's ass out. It's just going to leave the sprinter's ass out, and it sort of sucks that they this tour is just climbing heavy, and there's no real opportunity for the sprinters. So, like, Benny may not get the green jersey, but uh, maybe Jonathan Milan might not get it either. I mean, even if Philipson was still in the race, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's even a good thing that he's not in the race, because maybe he would not got it either. Because it's just crazy how, if you look at the stages, and Pogacar is like, he's in second place in the green point jersey, and if he continues to win these mountaintop finishes, even though they're only 20 points at the finish, if he gets enough of them, he's going to move in front of Jonathan Milan, and Jonathan Milan and Trek are going to have to make sure that they win the intermediate sprints. So right now, there's a 30-second gap I think they're going to get, but they need to get all of those points and all of those intermediate sprints, all of them, to hopefully be in contention. And there are going to be days where they are not going to get to that intermediate sprint, but no matter how hard they try. So there are going to be days where they will get no points, because sometimes the intermediate sprint comes after a really big climb. But that's just that. I just think that it's weird that they try to make this tour really super difficult, thinking it will hurt somebody like Pogacar. But it's hard. So if it just relies on who can lift the most, the strongest person is going to win. You don't have to be smart, or all you have to do is to be able to climb. And like, it's been, I said it before anyone else said it, but like, all the stuff that Visma's doing is crazy. They're not riding like smart at all. You're trying to deal with the strongest man who has the strongest team, and you're trying to frustrate him. You're just poking the bear. It's crazy, poking Poggy the bear, and you're seeing the results of it. So my thing they'll never hear this, but to the Tour de France thing, if you make it like the stage is a whole lot easier, where the riders are not stressed so much, then the riders who are weaker can actually ride stronger and be more competitive. So Poggi may still win, but it won't be by 10 or 15 minutes. It'll be a lot closer. He'll have to ride smarter, because when, like, in a criterium, the strongest person doesn't win in the criterium, even though he can probably ride faster than everybody else. He has to be smart, because they're on a level playing field in a criterium. So when you level the playing field in the race that you're doing, then it gives everyone a chance. Now comes into play who's the smartest racer, as opposed to who's the strongest. It's quite clear. It's quite clear as day. Poggi is the strongest rider in the race, and they're constantly, this parkour is, it's overloaded. It's just made for a power lifter. So all of those guys, like, like you can see, um Remco, he's suffering. It's just so hard. And I think if Remco has a bad day again today, where he loses time, he gets off the podium, I think if Remco is going to abandon, I honestly think Remco will abandon the tour. You know, I don't know. I can't see him. I just don't. Man, as much as I like him, but he's just not firing on all cylinders, and he just seems like the type that he needs to do well. So they're putting up the bonus sprint points. So it's 1 kilometer from the 1 kilometer to go for the bonus sprint. So here's a chance for Milan to get 20 points, because I think it's all together. So this was good for Little Track, and this is what they're going to have to do every day, if they be, because luckily the mountain points are only 20 points, mountain top finish. Because if it was big points, like the 50 points, like the flat out finishes, boy, so it's going to be close. So Track Little is on the front. We see Quinn Simmons, Jonathan Milan, Benny. I can see Benny back there. He's behind Caden Groves, and it looks like it's going to be a formality. There's 400 meters to go. Benny's moved up a little closer, and is it going to be formality for Jonathan Milan to win this? Let's see what happens. We have 215 meters to go, 300, 300 to go. They hit the 300 to go, and like Track Little's like slowing up, and Jonathan Milan has hit the front. He started the sprint early, Looks like he started it early. So this is a good chance because he started this sprint really, really early. Is Benny going to be able to come around? Because no, is he 50 meters to go? No, Benny's not coming around. Jonathan Milan wins that quite easily. Caden Groves takes second, and Benny's in third. There was a few more points to the green jersey competition. So with that, they all caught quite a few points. So Jonathan Milan's going to go up to 251. And I don't see where's Caden Groves. He's on 73, so he's a ways down. So Grandma is on 154, so he'll possibly move up to he'll possibly move up to third place because Vanderpool is currently in third. Or what's that Vanderpool sprinting? I'm not quite sure. They have to show that again. I think it was Caden Groves sprinting. I'm not quite sure if that was Vanderpool or Caden Groves. I don't understand why Vanderpool will be sprinting when Caden Groves is the main sprinter, but Vanderpool will be sprinting because he has more points. It will make more sense for Vanderpool to be going for that sprint. Let's see. Show the points. Show the points. Show the points. But it takes so long to put the points up, man. Okay, let me go to and let me go Milan Gourmet and Targis. No, oh, that's an intermediate sprint. And they're not showing. Come on, show me the points. Show me the money. Show me the money. Okay, they are about to hit the Tomale. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I almost missed it. So, and Gourmet gets 15. So Gourmet goes to, because he was on 153. Not quite sure. He might move up to third. We'll see in a minute. But there she goes. So it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be really tough. Jonathan Milan has his work cut out for him. If he has to win, he has to win all of the intermediate sprints because there aren't too many chances for him to take points. So it's showing like who got what, but I need to see. So yeah, Matthew Vanderpool got 17 points. So it was Vanderpool sprinting for second, just ahead of Gourmet. So yeah, so they will stay the same because Vanderpool is not close to Pogacar. Um, so that was just the intermediate sprint that they were showing. Um, so I don't think the standings have changed at all. Okay. Anyway, the race is on. Uh, is that Lenny Martinez at the front? Looks like he started the attack on the Tomale. He was in the polka dot jersey. And is it no? That's Santiago Buitrago. It's Buitrago on the front. Sorry, and I think that as they start the Tomale between Buitrago and then Lenny Martinez. Lenny Martinez may try to go for the polka dot jersey. We will see. We'll see. Anyway, the race is on. I hope you're getting a chance to watch it. And if you're not, just look for the review later today, and I will let you know how it went. And we see how the intermediate sprint went so far. Jonathan Milan takes the maximum points. Van der Poel's in second, and Gourmet is in third. So those three will stay the same, but then they got Poggi just sitting right in there in second place. Like I said, if Poggi wins these stages that are predicted to win, he could take the green jersey as well. But it is what it is. And the way that it's panning out is all of the dumb planning of the race organizer. And I'm pretty sure they won't make this mistake again. So you have the strongest rider in the world and you make the hardest possible course in the world. This is what you're gonna get. Yeah. Anyway, in this Luby, Savage Legs Media. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you hit the like button, and we will catch you tomorrow. And make sure you check out the review later. At Santiago Butrago. Santiago Butrago is on the front, and the green jersey has already settled into the other bus, and they are taking the time up. And Scalamoso will probably catch that group as well and ride in with the other bus. Anyway, folks, see you later. Tour de France, greatest race in the world. See ya. Oh, sorry for being late today. So late today. It was raining today. It was horrible out there. Bird crapped on me. I can't believe a bird on my nose. Look at this. I was so disgusted, man. I was so disgusted. That was so horrible. That was so horrible. So yeah, but it was a horrible day out there today. Uh, just wet and miserable, but it wasn't cold. So I was actually okay. I wasn't suffering. I was okay. Anyway, it's Louis Savage Legs Media. Hope you enjoyed today's stage. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a banger. See ya.